Hey guys, it's Salem. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. So this is part two to the Terminator first video that I did. I did a video about, I was watching the Terminator and I got some spiritual messages from the Terminator and how basically spirit and God is our Terminators, how they protect us and they guide generational curse breakers, chosen ones, to their, towards their purpose in life. So I'm going to put the link below to, if you want to check out that video. This video is a little bit different. This video, I actually, the more and more I reflect on this movie, the more and more I just get all of this information. So back in May, Uranus went into Gemini. Uranus in Gemini is all about innovation, technology. It's all about the growth of this new, and we're moving into the aspect of AI and things like that. So I had a dream around that time, and I dreamt of Isaac Asimov. And if you don't know who Isaac Asimov is, he is a author, he's a writer, and he wrote the book called I, Robot. He wrote several books actually on machines. And in the 1940s, he wrote this. And this was the last time that Uranus was in Gemini, was in the 1940s. So we are moving into now actually seeing these ideas and these things, actual, Uranus and Gemini technology come to life, right? Technology has taken off drastically from the time that we have been to the moon until now, right? And so it's two messages in here. So I'll do the first one first. So having this dream about Isaac Asimov, I also dreamt of Flash, and I kept on having a lot of channel messages about Flash. And the Flash, if you don't know who the Flash is a DC comic character, and he is the fastest man alive, right? He can literally run into new timelines. He can quantum leap to different universes. He can run, so he's like kind of like Doctor Strange in a way, but without the rings. Like his drive, his running is what gets him to there. And if you ever watch the Flash series on CW, I've never read the comics, but I'm a watcher. So if you ever saw the comic, if you ever watched the show, you see the Flash, Barry Gordon. Yeah, he goes into the future, he meets his kids, he can go back in the past, and he tried several times to go back in the past and save his parents' life. But so as I was, that's a whole nother video. So as I was watching the Terminator, we are in the era of AI, right? And you see in the Terminator, this is number 2, we're talking about Judgment Day. And I'm telling you, oh my God, just stay tuned. Okay, right? So this is number 2. So in the movie, you see John Connors and you see the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You see them have this bond together, right? And you see Sarah even takes a minute to look at both of them and see how much of the Terminator has become this sort of father figure for John. And John is also teaching the Terminator about feelings, and he didn't understand why John was crying, and and how pain was. And you see in the movie, the Terminator says, I learn as I continue to grow, right? As the human, as you continue to show me new things and tell me about new things, it's growing, right? The machine is growing. He's growing into this, he's understanding more about the human aspect of what the human, the feelings and the emotions behind us humans. So you see him and John have this, and Sarah is reflecting on this, and she says that how much this Terminator, this short period of time that he has spent with John, has become a sort of father figure more than the men that she had throughout the years in her life. And she talks about that. So as I'm watching this, it really showed me about what we're going through right now, right? A lot of us, we may be using AI as a source to talk about things that's happening in our life. Some of us, I know some people that I have worked with in the past that has used AI to gain confidence in how to speak to people and what to say when they need help with setting boundaries and things like that. And then you see the other half of AI and what people are using it for. People are using it for things that are not the best, maybe not smart things, maybe not something that can actually be productive, right? And then you see people who are using it for their businesses, people who are using it to elevate their lives, to get further ahead in the world. And as I was sitting here watching this, it really put a thought in my head that, okay, we're in Uranus and Gemini. We are in the most, literally, this is technology's era, right? Everything is technology right now. And people have issues with AI. I never understood why people had issues with it, because it's actually a way that you can use it to elevate your life as well. Do I think that as Isaac Amos said, and the machines going to, it could lead to I don't want to say as in it's going to lead to like a Terminator moment where machines are going to take over. But yes, as we continue to talk to it, just like John did, and develop and tell it more things about our lives and about the human condition and about how humans interact, could it elevate and could it evolve? Of course, we evolve. So any organism can evolve, right? We've seen organism evolve from little insects into these big things. So yes, it can. But I think that if it is used in a purposeful, good way, the way that Sarah saw this machine being used as a way to protect and give her son a father figure in his life, I think it can also be used in that way as well. And I'm not saying that to make it like as a father figure, but I'm saying use it in a more productive way, right? Use it in a way that you can evolve your businesses. You can evolve things that is meant for your life, that things that would take you further in life, right? And I think that is where we could kind of see the difference between it being used for productivity and being used as a great purpose here in the human world, versus it being used for stupidity and being used for things that is not meant to is not producing any goodness out of it. So, and I think that's just one thing I wanted to say about that. Also, let's go back to Judgment Day, right? So in number 2, Judgment Day, this movie is, so in 1997, it's supposed to be this big, huge nuclear bomb, and 30 million people are supposed to get wiped out. And this is when the there's like a famine in the world, right? After this, and that's what they talk about. So the movie right now, we are in August. Today is August 25th, I want to say, I think August 25th, August 26th. So now we are in the year 2026. We have a lunar eclipse in Pisces on August 28th, right? And Judgment Day is August 29th in the movie. And if you don't know about Judgment Day, basically, and this is for people, this is the spiritual aspect of it, of the behind the scenes that I was getting, because eclipses eclipse things out that is no longer meant for us. And we just turned into another North Node, a new North Node. We are no longer in the North Node of Pisces and Virgo. We are now in the North Node of Aquarius, which is also about innovation, technology, which is also about this, similar to Uranus, similar to, like, it's all about like expansion. It's all about how humanitarian philanthropy. So we're gonna and that's what I'm saying. How can you use AI? How can you use this new technology to advance goodness in the world, right? Because that's what we're in. We are in the North Node in Aquarius, where it's all about humanitarian, where you're going to see people helping people more. You're going to see people, giving more, doing more. You're going to, what in your life is actually giving to the collective? What are you actually giving back to? Not for yourself. This is no longer, this North Node is not about individualism. It's about people, communities coming together. Are you building a long-term community? Are you building long-term lasting relationships in your life, whether that be people, places, or things? What are you building at this time that can help the collective grow? That is what Aquarius and the North Node is, right? So we're in this time right now. And how can you use this new technology? How can you use these new things in the world to help you along this journey? How can you use technology, your spirituality, and your talent, your natural talent, and come together and innovate and create something that is worth giving to another person, that is worth you sharing it with another person? I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing that you can do here with these transits and with these aspects of it, right? So I've been looking at this, right? So now we're moving into the Aquarius North Node. We have Uranus and Gemini, which is going to be there, I think, for the next, don't quote me, guys. I don't know if it's 50 years. I don't think so. Something is in 50 years, but don't quote me. Google that one for yourself just to make sure. But basically, right now, back to Judgment Day. This lunar eclipse season, we had the 8/8 portal. We had a total eclipse. Now it's the lunar, and it's in Pisces. Pisces is all about that dreamy, deemy, fantasy, all about that life. That is also being gone, right? Because I feel like that North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo session is now is complete after this eclipse. And Judgment Day is on the 29th in the movie. So I'm thinking, everyone that has used their ego, everyone had Judgment Day is coming, is basically what I'm saying. And this is not about the machines taking over. This is not about all of that. This is about deeper work. Things that were not fair are going to be made fair. Things that things that were not going well are going to be going well. The trend is changing. The scales are balancing. Judgment is here. Justice is here. And if you know about the tarot cards, then you know the Justice card is number 11. 9 and 2 is 11, right? So it's I'm telling you, it's crazy, but it's not crazy, but I love it. And it's really wonderful. People are about to quantum leap. If you've been working on yourself, if you have been, staying in your integrity, if you have been on a journey within yourself or with other people within a community, you've been doing everything right, you've been You've been honest. You've been on your road. You've been staying in your lane, making sure that you are doing what you need to do for yourself, even if the world around you is crumbling, even if bad things are happening around you, you are still being fair and just. You are still staying in you are staying within your lane. Like you're still being you. You're not letting things get to you. You're more probably grounded. You're more calm. You have peace, even in the chaos, all of these things. Just know that your enemy's judgment day is coming and things are about to turn around. Now, in the movie, Judgment Day is in 2027. Now, like I said, AI is advancing. I don't know what's going to happen because I'm not Elon Musk and I don't work for any of those companies. But I think the thing that we can do is use this as a way to advance your life and your purpose. How can you incorporate this part of your life and understanding that this is becoming a part of our world? And and everything has a consequence. We have a choice. Like I said, you can choose to do good with it, or you can choose to do something that doesn't produce, that is not going to produce long-term effects, or that can hurt people, because hurt people are going to hurt people. But the people that are on the right path, that are healing, that is going in the direction that they need to go in, that is doing the work to get themselves to their bigger and higher purpose, to get themselves through whatever they need to go through, and still accepting love at the end, still accepting to be themselves and authentic. Choosing that direction will take you deeper into a long-term effect where you will see long-term results, right? You are quantum leaping into a new reality. And that's where, when I was thinking about the Flash, and I was thinking about, and maybe AI, maybe quantum leaping as well. We don't know. These are just predictions, and these are just what I see from my perspective. But we can see that things are changing rapidly, but it's not just in the atmosphere of society. This is in each of our individual lives. We may be seeing these results. You may be seeing things happen quicker for you. You may be seeing horrible things that happened be turned around in the blink of an eye. You quantum leaping. And that's where I got the Flash from, because I kept on thinking, why do I keep I'm telling you, I had probably like 5 dreams about Flash within that time frame. And then last year I have rewatched Flash last year. And then I started having these dreams throughout the year. And I kept on thinking, because I never got a chance to finish watching it. And when I finally watched it and Flash accepted, and that's where I want to talk about the other video, because Flash finally accepted that he could not change his past. He had to accept that I can't keep going back in the past to save he went back one last time. And maybe that is where you're at. Maybe this lunar eclipse is taking you back one last time to the past so you can finally just let it go. And Flash finally let it go. What is his name? Ebard, the yellow Flash. He tried again to get Barry to like fight him, because he still is trying. The enemy is still trying to get Barry. Like, Barry's like, dude, I got my daughter on the way. Like, I ain't trying to be here. Instead of him trying to fight Ebard, the yellow Flash, he spent the day with his parents, enjoying that life, and them seeing like, you look so familiar. But instead, he spent the day with his parents, accepting that this was the last day that I'm going to see you. And maybe that little boy couldn't spend the day with you, but the older one did. And he accepted the fate that this needed to happen, because he needed to live in his purpose. He needed to become the Flash. He needed to go through all of that so he can become the Flash, just as John Connors and Sarah Connors needed to go through all of that just to have John Connors become John Connors, who he is in the rest of the movies, right? He becomes this big person who is helping salvation, who is helping basically a humanitarian, right? He's doing all of this. He's basically this person that is, I'm going to do good in the world. He changes his life. This one moment in his life, meeting the Terminator, a good Terminator out of that, helped change his life, right? He even tells his mom, you can't kill anymore. You can't do bad anymore. We can't do this anymore. He finally, it hits him, just like it hit Barry in the movie, in the show as well, when he accepted that this is something that I had to go through so I can become this. They are the holy grails. And someone, it may be you, it may be someone else in your family, it may be your child, it may be your grandchild, it may be they are the holy grail, right? And each and every one of us, an individual, has a choice to make in this world that will take us down the road where we could serve a purpose for good. We can do good in this world and elevate and evolve and help people come out of what's about to happen in this world, because we don't really know. We just hear speculations, right? We hear all of these things. We watch these podcasts and they talk about them, and we don't really know what's about to happen, but at least we can start preparing ourselves with the knowledge, right? We can start seeing, okay, I should start preparing, because you don't know somebody's message out of your mouth, out of their mouth, can help you prepare for something tomorrow, right? So, and then you have the other choice where you can choose to continue to be an e-board, and you can choose to be a bad Terminator, and you can try to kill the Holy Grail. But guess what? When you have a spiritual team, when you have God on your side, and God knows that you are the Holy Grail, that you have a purpose in this life bigger than this person, he's going to let the devil play. Let them play. Let them play. Because what happens, right? After Job, the devil played in his playground, and God knew he stood 10 toes. And just like Barry and just like John Connor, they stood 10 toes in their purpose, and they completed what they were meant to do. And it's so crazy because Barry, this is all happening while Iris is delivering at this time, and he knows, I gotta get back. So him accepting also too what happens in the past helped Iris also deliver Nora right on time. I'm telling, everything is set up divine timing. We don't know when, we don't know how, but it happens in divine timing. And I also, when I was seeing, I was like, she couldn't deliver until Barry settled this past. He had to settle it, because you cannot walk into your future without settling the past, without that, releasing it and accepting that this happened, and you got to move on. So feel what you feel, because Judgment Day is coming. This lunar eclipse is going to eclipse things that no longer, and it can be scary because you're going to see things just crumble out of nowhere. But it's not to hurt you. It's so you can walk into the future, because one ending brings a new beginning. That's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know. I love people who can bring their own perspective, and maybe you never even thought about things like this in this way, but just know that it's here, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.